This is Tim Willis, and today I'm going to do a short version explaining some color terms that we often hear, but most people don't know what they actually mean. And that would include me, because as much as I work with graphics, I'm not a trained graphics artist. I came into the world of making graphics out of necessity because I needed to learn to do that to build sales funnels. So I don't have the art school background to automatically know all these things. And for the most part, it doesn't matter that much, but it is kind of good at some point to understand what people mean when they say things. So we were at the Coolers website at coolers.co. It's a website I most often use for colors and color palettes and has some very useful tools, two of which we'll be using today. Right now, we're looking at the list of colors, and you can see they have the colors broken down into different colors we can choose. So we're going to go ahead and choose blue. And then we're just going to pick a blue color out of here. And we'll just go with this Brandeis blue. You see when we mouse over it, it'll give us the hex code. We click on it, it will copy the hex code to the clipboard. And then we're going to go to another section of coolers, which is called the color picker. And the color picker will give us useful information about a color. We can go ahead and plug in the hex code like that. And there's our Brandeis blue. There's our hex code. Also, you have a color eyedropper here you can use if you want to pick a color off something. And we're just going to go down the page here and we should find some basic information about this color. And so the first thing we're going to have is the conversion. And the conversion is just the formula, more or less, that you would use for different color systems like RGB or CMYK. Since most of us are not mixing ink, that's not really that important to us, but it's there if you need it. And then the variation section is the section that we're going to get the most information out of today because it explains what these different terms mean. So first of all, when we're looking at these color palettes here, um, our blue, our Brandeis blue is all the way here to the left. So we start out with shades, and the shade is created by adding black to a base color, and it gets increasingly dark. As we can see here, starts out with Brandeis blue and basically becomes black. In fact, it does become black. And then the opposite of that is a tint. And a tint is created by adding white to a base color. So again, we start with our Brandeis blue on the left, and it gets progressively lighter until we end up with white. Tones are sort of a mixture of your shades and tints, and it is created by taking a base color and adding gray. So we start off the left with the Brandeis blue, and then we end up with a sort of medium gray at the end. Now, hue is a little different, and it refers to the family of a color from red to violet. And so you can see here on one side here, it turns to a greenish color. On the other side, it turns into a purplish color. And all of this is based on the color wheel. And ironically, as many color tools as Coolers has, it does not have a color wheel, which is kind of funny. And then we have temperature, which is more of a subjective thing, but temperature refers to how people perceive a color. And so in this case, we start out in the middle with the Brandeis blue. If we go to the left, all these color shades are more or less considered cool colors. If we go to the right, we get to a more purplish color, and that would be considered more warm. And all this is going to vary with whatever the base color is. Now, the thing about this tool in Coolers, the color picker, is we can use it with different colors. So we've been looking at Brandeis blue, but if we come here to the list of colors and we say choose yellow, and then we'll just pick out a yellow here. We'll go with the gold metallic. And we plug it in. Then we're going to get completely different results. As you can see, this is totally different than what we were looking at a minute ago. And where this is useful is sometimes you come up with a color as you're working on something, and it's pretty close to what you want, but it's not exactly what you want. So maybe we started out with our metallic gold, but really what we wanted was this color 2 shades away. So we can go ahead and select that. It'll copy it to the clipboard. And we can come right back up here and plug it in. And it will tell us what it is. It will give us the hex code. It will give us the name. And then everything else will now adjust to that satin sheen gold color as our base color. That's all I really wanted to do with this video today, was explain what the colors were and use some of the tools in coolers.co to find variations of those colors that we can use in our projects. So this is Tim Willis. I'm a certified ClickFunnels funnel builder. I make tutorial and demonstration videos about ClickFunnels, funnel building, graphics editing, and basically all kinds of tools that are related to all those things. That's the video for now. I'll talk to you later.